C++ preprocessor. In these modules, we are gonna see about the preprocessor characters in C++. The preprocessor examines the code before the actual compilation of code begins and resolves all these characters before any code. The C++ advanced before a C++ program gets compiled by the compiler, the source code gets processed by the compiler. This technique is called as preprocessor and the process is called preprocessing. It is a separate program part that the C++ compiler invokes it and the first part of the translation. Why do we use a preprocessor in C++? The C++ preprocessor is a macro processor that is used automatically by the C++ compiler to transform your program before actual compilation. It is also called a macro processor because it allows you to define macros, which are brief abbreviations for longer constructs. What is a preprocessor command? The preprocessor characters in C programming language are used to define and replace tokens in the text and also used to insert the contents of other files into the source file. When we try to compile a program, preprocessor commands are executed first and then the program gets compiled. What are the advantages of using preprocessors in C++? A preprocessor is a language that takes as input a text file written using some programming language syntax and output another text file following the syntax of another programming language. So the advantages of preprocessor are it makes a program easier to develop, easier to read and easier to modify. What are the functions of preprocessor? In computer science, a preprocessor is a program that processes its input data to produce output that is used as input to another program. The output is said to be a preprocessed form of the input data, which is often used by some subsequent programs like compilers. So what is a preprocessor directive? Preprocessor directives are lines included in program that begin with the character #, which make them different from a typical source code text. They are invoked by the compiler to process some programs before compilation. So hope this video has made you clear about the C++ preprocessor. It is just a preprocessor commands that is used to make substitutions throughout the files in which it is located. In other words, the compilers to go through the file replacing every occurrence of macro name with a replacement string is called as C++ programs. The replacement string stops at the end of each line.